Have you wondered why I always try to fill up at an Esso station? It is always down to points, in this case, PC points. Canadians in general dislike major corporations like Air Canada, Lob, and Esso, but absolutely seem to do anything and everything for points. The travel in North Bay did have breakfast, but in comparison to the breakfasts we had at the Canada Inn in Portage and the travel in Regina, this one was rather underwhelming. It may seem that our departure times from the hotels depended upon if and the type of breakfast the accommodation provided. Looking at the anecdotal evidence of when we left every hotel, this would be the potential conclusion. Our drive today was not as short as the one from the day prior. However, the stress factor would have to be calculated in as we were driving into Canada's third largest city via the capital region. In spite of me not having been in the region before, I was able to navigate the outskirts of Ottawa just by using a combination of highway signs and cardinal directions. We stopped in Rigaud, Quebec for our final fill up before heading into downtown Montreal. What was absolutely amusing was the number of Ontario drivers being pulled over for speeding. One could come to the conclusion that enforcement is a joke in Ontario. We entered Montreal at the peak of rush hour traffic. I found it difficult to find a waiting zone near the hotel in order for me to check in. The problem was that you could not pay for parking and then check in. I absolutely appreciated the fact that the rent of the parking space was separate from the rent of the room. What that ends up meaning is that a four-star accommodation only ends up costing $80 if you don't drive and $120 if you do. Sounds fair to me.